Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of You Only Live Once podcast, YOLO Pod. Let's talk about who we are spending our time with. Okay, auditing our inner circles. Who do you spend most of your time with? Who are you really? Okay, they say who you spend most of your time with, or they could tell a lot about you by who your friends are, right? Which, okay, I see that. I see that. But, you know, I agree with that sentiment. I agree with that statement. But a part of me disagrees as well, too. Now, why do I agree? Yes, you can resemble who you hang out with and who you are friends with because you guys share the same ideals, everything like that, right? But there's this other side where certain relationships in your life are meant for certain things. Okay, not everybody you're associating yourself with is like who you are. It's just a part of who you are. And I really feel like some people made friends through people pleasing or through social climbing or through proximity to certain things that they may want in their life. Our friends or just our circles, really, social circles can define the kind of life that we want to live. Of course, in true podcast fashion, I have my notes here. All right, is your inner circle a launch pad or is it a waiting room? Where are you going? And I want to bring back into fashion authentic friendships. Not the people that you're just trying to, I don't know, keep around so that you can have access, and also not the people that you're trying to that you have to emotionally labor for. I want to bring back authentic friendships that are whole, okay? Where they are who they are, you are who you are, you guys meet, where there is authenticity, where there is a shared mutual connection, a shared mutual respect for boundaries, for who you are, your relationships, all that kind of stuff. Authentic relationships, authentic friendships, really feel like family a little bit, aligned family, the kind of family you would choose for yourself, kind of thing. That's what I want to bring back into style. And I see a lot of people talking about how it's hard to like make friends and hang out and have plans. Everybody's busy, all that kind of stuff. Look, hey, when there's a will, there's a way. Okay, we can make it happen some way, shape, or form, whether that's through FaceTime or through meeting up randomly at the gym. Whatever that is, or just taking a walk on Lakeshore Drive, whatever that is, you make time for what you want to make time for. And however that looks, sometimes it may have to be through FaceTime or through Zoom, whatever that is. But I really love seeing I really love seeing on the internet at least. Let me share my life. I really love it when me and my friends are able to get together and we meet each other where our comfort zones are, right? My friends, they like to be in the house. They like to be in the house. So we made Aperol Spritz. This was like before Thanksgiving. This was before Thanksgiving, but it was in November. So yeah, we made drinks and we had pizza, I believe, and it was just a lot of fun. But I was able to meet my friends where they were at. Of course, we're sending, you know, different events and everything to the group, but hey, they might not want to do that. I gotta meet my friends where they're at. I can't be like, oh, they don't want to go out. No, make time for how you guys can both be aligned and being within budget. Everybody together. That's what I like to see and see prioritized. Um, I love friendships where I can be deep with others and I can just, I don't know, like it's this connection that you have. Um, and that's what I want to encourage others to be able to find, and just encourage myself to continue to expand that network of more close, defined kind of relationships, close, in depth kind of relationships, friendships. It's important because literally you only live once. Okay, it's no reason being friends with somebody who you can't be honest with, who you can't elevate with, you know? Who wants to be friends with somebody who's scared of everything? Not me. Not me, hey. Cause that bullshit can rub off on you, okay? I don't want that, and I wouldn't want that for you. I want friends that will help me grow and expand. And not in the social climbing kind of way, because that is also temporary. You guys will outgrow each other. But the kind where us maturing in this life and receiving new opportunities where we can create an ecosystem, a network with each other to help our lives expand and grow beyond what the eyes can see. And honestly, that's how I knew the friendship that I was in, the previous one that y'all all saw go to shit. That's how I knew she wasn't really like my friend for real. You know, my friend, let me tell you, shout out to Tiara. She saw a fashion show. It was calling all designers, right? And it was called Retrograde. Shout out to Retrograde. Shout out to Raven. You know, I'm a crochet designer. So yeah, she was like, "Oh my God, this would be a great opportunity for you." So I went ahead and I applied. I applied to be a designer for this fashion show before the end date, right? And I was like, this is so funny. It's called Retrograde, and I'm an astrologer. Like it gave, right? And it was going to be during a Mercury retrograde as well too. Shit. So I was like, okay, boom. You know, whatever. So, I did not get the spot for being a designer for it because the prerequisites was that it had to be like 2000s, and I was like, I didn't crochet shit that looks like 2000s, but I went for it anyway and I got denied. And I was like, okay, fuck that. I got denied. So I was like, okay, well, let me just see if I can do readings at this event. Like, let me just see. So I emailed them, and lo and behold, they emailed me back saying, oh yeah, girl, yes you can. So I was like, oh my God, let me go ahead and do it. Like, I was so ecstatic. I was like, oh my gosh. Now, once I did get there and I brought all my stuff, brought my cards, the way the space was set up, I was so grateful for the opportunity. It was nice. I did do a few readings. But if I were to do it again, I would have set my table up outside of the place where people were walking in, and so that I could get them once they come inside. Ciao. I could have, yeah. So anyway, I was thinking like, oh my gosh. But I was so happy to be there, and I was a part of the fashion show as an astrologer. I was doing my little thing and all that. And it was cool. And Raven was really nice. And my whole thing is I was able to get that opportunity because my friend saw me in it. Like, oh girl, this is, yeah, get on this. Here this is. And that's not the first time Tiara has sent me like stuff to apply for or to be a part of or whatever, right? I feel like even vice versa too, just even for Jess. Ooh, this is gonna be a little gallery thing. Let me go ahead and send this to her so she can apply. Like, literally, we can only get better as we encourage those around us to. It's not cute to be friends with somebody who want to continuously gatekeep and keep you on the outskirts. And it's like, they know you're creative. They know who the fuck you are. Yet they want to gatekeep. I don't like connections that's like that, right? And me being in the Chicagoland area, yeah, and I'm from Indiana, y'all. Like, it's really who you know. It's absolutely who you know, and you gotta be social. to say the most. So yeah, I thought that was crazy. I thought that was something. But yeah, like it's about who in your friend group wants you to level up as well as them leveling up. And I remember within that last friendship, at least, I was talking to my mom about something, and she knows I'm on my job hunt. Everybody knows that. Okay, getting a better job, breaking into corporate, girly, all that. My mom was like, maybe your friend can get you a job where she work at. And I was like, oh, maybe, or having a lead somewhere, like something, especially if you're already in corporate. So anyway, especially because that person was in corporate. So anyway, um, going off on a little tangent, but I remember I mentioned that to the girl, and she was silent. And I didn't like that. I did not like that. I was like, so what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me trying to get better, a better job, all that good stuff? And what I believe the problem is that being her friend, she always saw me as 2017 Addie. Not even 2017. When did I have crochet in my hair? She always saw me as 2018 Addie. Not almost 30 Addie. Fresh in her 20s Addie. Literally 20-year-old me that didn't know shit. Okay? I did not like that. Okay? And so, yes, telling all this on my YOLO pod because friends who give a fuck about you evolve with you, and so does their perception about you. It grows with you. And I've experienced a lot with almost with my friends that I have now, shit. But I've experienced enough contrast with my friends, even my sisters, to where we're not treating each other like the past, Our boundaries are different. The way we speak to each other is different. Our relationships are literally different. And it's not just surface level. It's, I understand you from a deeper perspective. And I'm not just delivering it in words. It's in my actions. It's in what I see for you. It's in what, all it is. Because I cannot continue to apologize for the shit I did when I was 20. Okay? I cannot apologize continuously about that because, hey, I did not know. And yes, it is what it is. So yeah, friends are supposed to grow and evolve with you. And I also feel like if you don't like how somebody did something, which yes, you're allowed to feel that way, cut them the fuck loose. What are you doing continuing to be their friend? What are you doing continuing to see them in that way and you don't respect them anymore? I feel like if you're friends with somebody and you don't respect them no more, you're disrespecting yourself. Okay? Or now you're looking at them as a project. No. They're not your project. Some people be keeping friends around that do worse than them so that they can feel better about themselves and so that you can witness them. There's a lot of people out here that's like that, especially in creative spaces. Shit, they just want you to watch them. I was literally talking to one of my other friends about this. Chicago niggas are like this, okay? They gatekeep and they want you to just watch them do shit. And it's like, I'm not a follower. I'm not a viewer. The content you post, I ain't even go. Okay. So, that's the kind of stuff I'm thinking about. So, yeah. Who you spend time with can literally uplift you or backfire you. It can. But you got to learn from it. And also, when people are evaporating out of your life, let them. Let them. God is removing them for a reason. Okay, let it be. Let it be. You can't want to try to thumbtack motherfuckers into your life. You can't. It don't work like that. You know? And also, I like it. I like it when you're able to allow for the season of dissonance or disconnect to pass, right? I'm trying to think if I ever had a friendship that I kept and I grew apart from somebody. Mm, not really. Not really. Yeah, but those friendships that are actually worth that, you grow apart. I would just say my sisters, like, sometimes we talk, sometimes we don't, and we allow time to pass. And then when the time is right, we're able to talk again. It's okay for relationships to go through that. Like, sometimes y'all need a break from each other. Time and space needs to pass so that you guys can just come back to a better accord. Um, yeah, but yeah, I really love it when we're able to connect with people who see you, see the potential in you, want to see more. How can we collab? How can we make this bigger, better? How can we create this ecosystem? Because I want to grow. I want to see you grow. They be like, the top is so lonely, all that stuff. But who are you bringing with you? Who are you putting on? Who are you giving a job to? That's what I'm about. Okay? Let me be a millionaire. My friends will also be millionaires or at least six-figure-naires. Okay? Like, we're all going to be eating. It's a village, it's a community over here. That's the only way we can elevate and continue to expand the network. It ain't nepotism for no reason. Okay? Let's create our own version of it. Shoot. I love that. Definitely be with those who support your energy, who support and who you can support. Okay? It's not just about you getting served. It's about everybody. It's about, ubiquity, right? Ubiquitous. It's about connecting through ambiguity. It's about being together, whatever. Everybody, hey, it's an ecosystem. I have an ecosystem mindset and forever will. Okay. Um, yes. Also, like I said, boundaries. And yeah, are you being heard? And do you hear them? The phone works both ways. Okay. Energy is everything, y'all. I hope y'all understand that because it can make or break you. Absolutely. So yeah, let's find our center, let's find our heart, and let's find our soul tribe. Not even find it, but attract it. That's a message to myself. Okay. Some people can find it, others attract it. I'm in the attracting. I do want to talk about that when you feel like you got to go out of your way to make something shake, when really it's in you to make it shake. We're gonna talk about that too. But yeah, um, an example of attracting your tribe, for me at least, when I wear my crochet outside and people come to me and we start talking about crazy stuff and my outfit and all that, that's how you attract your tribe. And we start talking about creativity, gifts, all that kind of good stuff. So yeah, find your tribe, let them come to you and be a part of the tribe. Be an active component. It's not a one-way kind of thing. If you are somebody out there that likes to just be watched and witnessed and gatekeep, hey, there's a place for you too. Over there, far away from me. Cut that part out. But no, for real. Let's create stepping stones for everybody. I know it is a popularity contest and it's all of that. But in the end, let's let it be an aligned popularity contest. Let's connect in some kind of way that'll deepen our relationship and help us grow and elevate to the next step, because We only live once, honestly. So let's make this our favorite life. Let's make this our best life. And let's make this our best friend circle that we get in this life. Don't be afraid for things to end. Don't be afraid for friendships to end. All that kind of stuff, or business connections to just dissipate, or whatever it is. Let it be what it needs to be. Okay? No forcing and no projects. As in you working on somebody. No. They gotta want it for themselves. Okay? So, I hope you want it for yourself. You know? So anyway, that's my episode for today. Be with those who want to support you and that you want to support in return. So yeah, shout out to all my new friends I've been making lately though. Y'all are lit. Look, one door closes it off, several more open. Dead ass. And it is crazy. I can't wait till the summer. Like, y'all, I'm gonna be outside. I'm taking y'all with me. But I'm gonna be outside and be experiencing so many new things, so many food events. Look, I wanna go to Lala, have me a little booth there, and we do episodes with people. Something cool. I feel like that would be awesome. So, let's manifest that together. Cause I've done it before, been to Lala, but I want to do it again in my own tent, as my own recording host, all that good stuff. Ooh, I see it for us. So yeah, let's get into it anyway. But yeah, manifesting and wishing y'all the best. Make this your best life. Make this your best friend circle and all that. Do an audit if you need to, and that's okay if you need to. We understand. So yeah, I will see y'all on the next one. This again is You Only Live Once podcast, YOLO Pod. Bam. See y'all. Bye.